Hello, welcome back to the weekly podcast on the new updates about Sri Lanka. To guide us through all the new updates, Mr. Viraj Henegidre is here with us. Hi, Mr. Viraj.
Hi, Rahma.
So, yeah, let me start with the first update, which is the sacred exposition of the tooth relic of Lord Buddha, which is also known as Sri Dalada Dakma 2025, one of the most revered religious events in Sri Lanka, is being held from April 18 onwards until 27th of April 2025 at the Sri Dalada Maligawa, Kandy. So, we can see thousands of people gather around Sri Dalada Maligawa from early morning till late night, the temple premises filled with white clad devotees. So, can we know more on this, Mr. Viraj?
Yes, Rahma, as you correctly mentioned, by now, I think more than 200,000 people have visited to Kandy, and even last couple of days, we have seen even the police also, police media division has already informed to all the Sri Lankans not to come to the Kandy because that much of population we can see in all the streets, and not only that, even lot of business community are helping them and giving lot of alms giving and lot of things are distributing among the people. So but still the crowd is continuing, and 27th would be the last day. But few minutes ago we received another message that the government is planning to have this annually, because the practice was actually within 5 years time only they didn't. But the last I remember 2009 only this was happened. The sacred exposition of the tooth relic was happening in 2009. So after 16 years only this is happening. But earlier it was happen every 5 years time. So in future I think with this popular, with this crowd who have come to Kandy, not only Sri Lankans, even the foreigners we can see, and even from a lot of priests and the religious leaders also coming to here. So in future, I think the Sri Lankan government also need to make it on a frequently, because many people are waiting in the queues for days. Yeah, that's the latest update.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. The outside the temple, the streets of Kandy take on a festival like atmosphere. So, thank you for that update. So, the next update is a total of over 8 lakhs tourists have arrived in the country as of April 20, 2025. The Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority has announced. So, can we know some more information on this, Mr. Viraj?
Yes, exactly. Now the number has exceeded 850,000. So our target is 3 million for the year. By April, we have exceeded 850,000. And one of the key issue that the foreigners or the tourists who are coming to Sri Lanka are facing, they have very limited places to visit, right? So those are the known places. Most of the Indians are there visiting to Norelia, Sita Amman Kovil, something like that. But this government has identified separate destinations where the people are not aware. For example, we have a kingdom called Yapahua, but most of the people are not aware. I can remember even the New Year days for Sigiriya, I think more than thousands of people, even including foreigners, are coming to Sigiriya, and it's very difficult to climb the Sigiriya rock, right? But I think there are many places where the tourists can come and they can enjoy, they can know about the history of Sri Lanka. So this government is planning to focus on those particular destination, and they are trying to promote this destination. As I told, Yapahu is one of that. But in addition to that, if you look at 25 districts, out of 25 districts in Sri Lanka, there are many places where foreigners or the even Sri Lankan, the local tourists should visit, right? So government is planning on that. I think in future, the people who are coming or the tourists can get more exposure rather than visiting to the known places, right?
Yeah, that's great. So, as the final update, can you provide us some informations on the cabinet decisions, Mr. Viraj?
Yeah, cabinet decisions, actually one of the cabinet decision is really important for everyone. That's what I want to that's what I want to discuss this point. So 21st of April 2025, the Sri Lankan cabinet has decided to promotion of tourism and passenger transport activities using the water flows under the public private partnership. I think, Rahma, this is one of the great initiative that Sri Lanka government is trying to do, because if you look at Thailand, you can see that they are using they have a concept called a floating market, right? So the basically they are using the water flows, right, to promote their tourism. In Sri Lanka, we can see many water flows such as, so we call Hamilton Nella and Bay River, Diavanna Oya, something like that, which are spread in the Colombo. But in addition to the Colombo, when you go to the other areas, you can see many water flows where we can convert into tourism destination, right? So government is planning to do that one with public private partnership. I think that is one of the good thing where the Sri Lankan government has looked at, because by looking at the number of tourists arrive to Sri Lanka, I think we need to focus on that. The next one is establishment of the Gambling Sports Regulation Authority in Sri Lanka. So far Sri Lanka doesn't, actually there are few organizations which overlook this one, but with the number of number of tourist arrival to Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan government has looked at this angle as well, because there are many people who wants to do the gambling activities where Sri Lanka can get more income. And in addition to that, I think last week Sri Lankan government has decided to open Marine Drive in Colombo as the night market. Right. So with that, you can see the people who are coming to Sri Lanka can enjoy even in the night. Right now, we are actually not operating in the night. I think you all can witness. If somebody is coming to Kandy, it's very difficult for us to find a restaurant in the night. But in future, these are going to be open. Even the Gambling Sports Regulation Authority, with this, I think people can enjoy. If they are coming to Sri Lanka, definitely they can enjoy in their stay in Sri Lanka.
Okay, so those are some great decisions. So thank you so much, Mr. Viraj, for all the updates. That is it for today. Stay tuned for more updates.